Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good? I feel like this week's episode of Orient is a good showcase of why darkness and certain aspects of your character can be judged. Um, Not only was this character judged for pretty much going against the one person who would always stand up for him, and I do believe the pasting of it was really like bad. And I'm saying not like the anime pasting's bad, but the pasting of how the monster or like the inside mother, whatever the hell, um, she pasted it to a point where it felt like he threw the rock before he knew, about the Busha and about, being with the younger one that's training to become one and stuff like that. It felt like the way she did it was just to showcase, like, he would have done it, regardless if he had relationship with the people or if he didn't at all. And I think that was a pretty devastating way that he was practically ushered into doing it. Um, this is kind of the anime saying that even children have choices in what they do, and that they can be held responsible for their choices. But I don't think that's necessarily the case because the way this whole village had him brought up, they made it so he wanted to be seen. He wanted to be somebody they actually noticed. And how can that be possible if everybody treats you like a ghost, treats you like you're not there, treats you like you're absolute garbage and rubbish? So these are the types of things that he was already carrying with himself and having multiple upon multiple people tell him, and not just tell him, but ignore him and show him without even using words. It's one of these types of things that make me, very angry at how he's being treated because at the end of the day, he did do something wrong by throwing the pebble, but it's almost as if that rock weighed the weight of the world, right? And somehow, some way, it's still a huge piece of his life for throwing this rock. And it's almost as if he didn't throw it, he wouldn't be in the situation. But I also don't think that's true because I think the void in his heart that was already there from people saying he's nothing, he's this, he's that, he's that. Like, we're giving him titles, but at the same time, those titles mean nothing to him because they're just being rude to the kid. Um, that alone put into the situation that he was in growing up, it makes sense that he would do what he did to try to be one of them, to try to fit in. And not to mention they were all telling him to do it, as if he didn't do it, I can only imagine what would have happened. And I think that probably goes back to the flashback we saw of the dad being pulled by like different animals and stuff like that. I think that more or less might have been what actually happened because he didn't throw the stone or something. Or after throwing the stone, even seeing a kid that's despicable and that they hate throwing a stone at someone that they hate even more than this kid might have gave them the courage to finally just try to take him out. I honestly don't know, but these are the types of things that really angered me this week. Um, and to hear the other guy talking to him like he's supposed to, just forsake everybody because that's just how it is. Like, he has no position with them. Like, he can prove the fact that if he sticks around, he can actually do something for these people. He's already uh he's already done something for people, right? Like, it's not a huge shocking thing that he might actually be able to help even those that don't want his help, right? So, very curious to see where this whole weapon arc is going. It feels a lot like a little bit of Guts in there, but not really, right? Because Guts, he found his sword relatively quickly, and then after he found it, it was just a match in paradise, and they never separated. This one is more like I can't think of the show right now, but there was a show where he found weapons, but every time he got his hands on them, he would practically disintegrate them. Like he would just destroy them. So he had to have so many swords on him all times that it just seemed like weird for him to have all those swords. But to be fair, every time he used them, he destroyed them. So overall, I would be interested to see if that was the case, if he's going to be destroying like a bunch of black dark blades, or if he's just going to be in a position where he has to fight with what he learns. So we'll see what happens. Overall, this was a good episode. I hope you're all having an amazing day, night, evening. I am your boy, the Anime G. And I think I'll keep playing with Guts for the next video, so I hope that's okay. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.